Right, welcome back. I'm going to do Scorpio's weekly love reading for the second week of January. Let's get some sage burning. On the Libra reading, I think I forgot to put your card up, so sorry about that, Libra. Or if you're a cusper. Right. It does work much better when you break up the smudge stick. Okay, so let's get going with Scorpio. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Scorpio's highest good. How is Scorpio feeling in the second week of January with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards, please. I was like, Jenny, concentrate, and then the cards flipped out. It's dead weird how that happens. So we've got one face up, which is the Vikings believed in the tree of life. Okay, and it's upright. You see the rainbow. It reminds me of the Magician card. You know, it seems to be very positive when it's upright and seems to be very negative when it's reversed, doesn't it? So yeah, so the Vikings believed in the tree of life. They worshipped it. And these were the 9 worlds around it. These like ovals here. That's as much as I can say about it. You'll have to Google it, okay? That's how it's spelt. It's YGGDRASILLS. I can't even pronounce it, okay? But the Vikings worshipped the tree of life with 9 worlds. So if you Google that, Google will help you better than I can. The other card that flipped up is the 7 of Cups. This is really weird because you're just seeing me shuffle the cards and we've got similar cards coming out, okay? But in the Libra reading, the tree of life was reversed and it was for the one you were dealing with that wasn't happy that you'd found someone new. So it could be to do with it, might not. And Libra got the 7 of Cups upright because Libra was at a crossroads and they had options and they'd found love with someone new. Okay, something very new, very exciting. You both felt the same about each other. So you could be a cusper. You could be someone who's at the beginning of Scorpio season. Okay, so Libra readings might resonate with you. Doesn't have to. 7 of Cups is like, I've got so many different options. Okay, and you just feel like fate is on your side at the moment. Okay, so Scorpio, feeling really, really positive, a little bit lustful, a bit excited, like something's just meant. Okay, perhaps you don't even know what direction to go in or who's offered to take. In some of the cups, there'll be positive things, and in some of the cups, there'll be negative things. Okay. But that rainbow tells me you're feeling really optimistic going forward. I think your last reading was very much like about walking away from things and ending things, you know, accepting endings. I'm sure it was something like that. 2 more for Scorpio. How's Scorpio feeling? Oh dear. So we've got the 8 of, what is that? 8 of Cups reversed. That's mad because I said I'm sure you were closing out something in the past. And then we've got Eight of Cups reversed. Now, Eight of Cups upright is separation and walking away. Eight of Cups reversed is not wanting to walk away, not wanting to separate from someone. Because it would mean the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Ten of Pentacles upright is lasting generational wealth. The shields represent the pentacles on these Viking decks. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is like, we have money together. We're in union. We have money for ourselves, money for our children, money for our parents, money for our pets, money for our children's children. It's lasting generational wealth. So that's normally the end goal. Now, you don't want to walk away from something because it would mean losing what you've acquired so far. So you might be looking at avoiding a breakup or having a rebirth with someone, trying to fix something that's broken. Or you're recovering from a separation. Maybe the Eight of Cups reverse is like there's been a separation, but I would normally say it as upright. Let's see what comes out next. The High Priestess. Okay, so she's upright, and that's following your intuition. Okay, your spiritual, kind of like your third eye and your crown chakra. Like, what do I think the universe wants for me? It's very much connected to spirituality and wisdom and, yeah, religion. The Ace of Pentacles is reversed. I think you're feeling a huge loss here. You don't want a separation after me saying that. I feel like you're doing an about turn. You don't want something to end because it's going to mean like loads of outgoings, loads of loss, Scorpio. So let's see what's coming out for your person. So you're not showing up as a king or a queen. But you're not showing up as a page. You're showing up as someone who's at a crossroads, avoiding a separation, very much concerned about wealth and practicalities, status, financial security, you know, a lack of. Let's get 3 cards for your person. And thank goodness it's Friday tomorrow. 8 of Pentacles reversed. So 8 of Pentacles upright would be growth and expansion. Okay, so the shields represent pentacles on this deck. It's a Viking themed deck. 7 is looking back at what's already been accumulated in terms of wealth, or what's already been planted in terms of seeds. If you were looking at the relationship in general or your achievements in life in general, 7 is looking back at what's already been achieved. 8 is looking forward to the future. It's taking a course, it's making an investment, it's starting a business, it's growth and expansion in terms of investment, pentacles, time, energy, money. Okay, so if you had 8 for work, that's great. If you had 8 for a relationship, that's great. It's a future. Okay, it's looking forward growth. Now they've got that reversed, so they feel like there's no growth or expansion here. The King of Wands. They've got the King of Wands reversed. They're angry. When When wands are reversed, they are an exaggerated version of themselves, okay? So in either direction. So the fire could have been put out, the passion could have gone, or the passion spilled over into anger and frustration and aggression, okay? So it would be lots of fire and passion, too much, so it's become anger and aggression when it's reversed. Or it could be the fire's been put out in that person, like the lackluster, the libido's gone, they've got no sense of hope, you know, they're not excited to sort of reach the goals, they feel like they can't make it, you know, like the fire's being put out. So it's something very negative when the King of Wands is reversed. He's out of control, you know, like burning with frustration, could be overly lustful, or, I mean, the Eight of Pentacles is reversed, so I would say he's angry, or he's lost oomph, he's lost, you know, that fire's been put out. And it's strange because you've got like a crossroads and then you're not wanting to walk away because of like practicalities, but they're saying like they're not being growth and expansion. It's like you're viewing it as like emotional with the cups and then a loss financially. They're viewing it as there's no future in this, and it's either pissing them off or it's just weakening them and they're unenthused about it. So let's get one more for your person. They could be Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, but they don't have to be. That could just be, you know, alluding to what aspect of themselves they're kind of like most showing right now. So lackluster, you know, like lack of goals, lack of ambition, feeling weak, feeling like, what's the word? Not feeling competitive, but feeling like out of the race, you know. Oh my God, look at the rage on there. More fire. More wands. So that to me says conflict, anger, aggression. So they might be really, really angry with you. I do I do feel like this is a relationship that's gone off the rails, big style. If this is resonating and you're going through a breakup, or you've suggested ending things, or they've suggested ending things, or you suggested it and then you backtracked and now you don't want to walk away from it because you're thinking about everything you'd lose, I think it's too late because this person's pissed, like seriously pissed off. The Five of Wands is conflict, it's aggression, and we've got the King of Wands reversed, which is aggression, anger. Right, for the outcome, we've got in the challenge position the Ten of Cups and the Five of Pentacles reversed. So someone wants to come out from the cold and have happily ever after. They want family harmony. The Nine of Cups is personal satisfaction, okay, pleasing yourself. The Ten of Cups is everyone in the household, kids, pets, everyone being happy, harmonious. So someone wants to come out from the cold, okay? And I think that it could be you because you've got the Eight of Cups reversed. Like, I don't want to walk away from this, actually. Like, I don't want to finish it. I think you've got serious regrets about this coming to an end. I don't think I don't think you see like this is, maybe in your options that you've got one of them is to stay and, keep what you've cultivated so far, but you know, they reckon like it's too late, there's no future in this now, their feelings are like hurt, they're angry, they're pissed off, they don't want to know. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. You might look at the cards and be like, no, I know what that's about. Obviously I'm not a fly on the wall, but, and I'm reading for a lot of people here, you know, it's a general reading for all Scorpions. So let's get one final one for the outcome. I've got another combination. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Moon. The Queen of Cups is a very like, it's a healing energy. It's an empath. She's upright, so she's very balanced. She's very level-headed. Now you had the Seven of Cups and you had the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Ten of Cups is in the outcome. Now we've got the Queen of Cups. So I think you're the Queen of Cups and your person on their side has the King of Wands reversed. So they're very angry. And you're like all calm and watery and they're all like angry and fiery. So it's very opposite, guys. Like very, very opposite stories, very opposite emotions. Pisces is water energy as well. Pisces, the moon, is in the story of the major arcana. The fool realizes that he must not be afraid of the dark. Things are not illuminated, things are hidden, but we must walk forward anyway, even with shadows, even at night time. We can be afraid and think that there's things that are bad, but we must make the journey anyway. We must persevere, we must go forward and be brave. We must not be afraid, okay, and stop the progress. So that's kind of like your vibe. You're like very much like fighting your fears and wanting to be emotional and empathetic, and they're like a big ball of rage. Like, look at the difference between how watery and like glowy this is, and it's all upright, wanting to come out from the cold, you know, from the cold snow, wanting to get away from that and be in the warmth with all the cups together, happy family life. On their side, these are quite scary, these cards, like Five of Wands, like rage, anger, conflict, arguments, physical fights, okay, with others, and the King of Wands reversed. So when the King of Wands is upright, he's warm, energetic, goal orientated, it's positive. When he's reversed, it's pissed off anger, like fury, like volcano, you know, get out of my way, kind of like arguing. And it's that couldn't be more different, guys. So you're on really different pages here. You're in different books, to be honest. Like, look how different those two sides are. It's just like unbelievable. Yeah, so they could be fire, you could have water as well as air. Sorry, you are Scorpio, so you are water, right? So you could be like heavy water and they could be heavy fire. Yeah, you're showing up as one that wants to like pacify them and heal the situation and work together and reinvest, because you've already like cultivated too much and they're like, well, there's no like forward future in this though, like what's the point? And they're like very bitter and angry. It's difficult, isn't it? How are you gonna come together over this? Oh god, too many glasses accumulated. Let's get you some advice. What's the nature of this relationship, please? Spirit, what's the nature of this relationship between these two people? The Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. Children. So you could have children, okay? And you might think, do you know what? I just don't want to put them through this. I don't want to upset them. I can't break up the family. I can't be the one to do that. It's understandable, okay? But children know when you're not getting along. Children know when you're not happy. Children understand, that it's possible for parents to co-parent from different households. Of course, if you say we're getting back together or we're not breaking up and you've been arguing in front of them and you're looking like you can't stand each other, your children aren't going to be happy with that. They're going to be like, what the hell? We just want peace and like calm. I'm sure they would be shocked and upset initially, but it's one of those things. It's 2025. We cannot be, like embarrassed in this day and age to like recognise when a contract has expired. If you can work it out and it's what you want and it's what your person wants, fine, but you can't make anyone be with you. And once you've expressed that you want to end a family dynamic under one household, it doesn't mean you regret having your children. It doesn't mean you regret even getting married or doing this much of your lives together. You don't have to regret what's been achieved. You don't have to do that, because that's a lot of hard work and dedication that's gone in. But it shouldn't be embarrassing to admit when a contract has possibly expired, But I think children could be a big factor in you not wanting to walk away. Perhaps you're worried about where they would live and how it would work and the logistics of it. There is on TikTok, there's a few people that have been really inspirational and they've posted very personal, stuff. And it's this woman who's posted her current, like latest husband with the ex-husband. They're both sat in the living room. One's dropped in, to drop the child off from the first marriage, and the other one's there holding the baby from this marriage, and they're chatting away with each other and actually quite good mates, like these two dads. And the mum's posted like, I'm so lucky, like we've managed to get to a point where they're almost friends, like they've actually found a friendship, and no one's got anything against anyone, everyone's being cordial. In fact, we are a blended family, and that's not always possible, and I get that, but it can be achieved. Like, it doesn't have to be awful. Okay. Let's get you some advice, Scorpio. Let me do the mermaid cards first, because they're quite straight, they're very good for getting clarity. Safety. We've got a few. Spirit's being very generous. Safety, don't be too proud to go back to shore. So if you've done an about turn and you've decided that you don't want to leave something and you've changed your mind, having said I want a divorce or I want to break up, I want to separate. If you change your mind and you think actually maybe we were best to be separating, it's okay. Or if you are together and you said you want to separate and then you've changed your mind, it's okay to change your mind, but you just have to know that once you've said something like that, it would be very difficult, wouldn't it, you could never assume that someone will just be happy to have you back now, because they'd be wondering like, are they happy or were they just scared to start their life over? They just didn't want to be single, or they didn't want to have less money, or like, would they just stay in to please the kids? Like, it would be very difficult for your partner to be accepting of that, like, about turn, wouldn't it? So, but Spirit saying it's okay to change your mind. Okay, that's fine. That's what that means. Chance. Allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. You never know what the tide may bring in. So a lot of life isn't actually within your control. And sometimes things pop up, don't they, out of the blue? People pop up out of the blue, like new people, people from the past. You can feel really like down, and then something happens, and then you actually think, do you know what, this isn't that bad actually, or like stuff comes up. Okay, so it says allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. So allow yourself some time to experience good stuff that's going to happen. Whatever decision you've made, you don't have to stay with it. If you do, ride it out a little bit, let a little bit of time go by, and let some good things happen. Because obviously you'll only associate your decision that you've made with bad stuff if you're just in that like heavy bit where it's just happened. But if you wait a little bit, you know, some good things are going to happen in this new life that you've made for yourself. Reflect, peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. Have a bit of time for reflection. What's happened? You know, what's gone down? Could anything have been done better? Anything have been done differently? Do you feel like you've given it 100% and it's still not working? Because honestly, if you're giving something 110% and it's still not working, what more can you do? You know? So give yourself time to reflect. It's very much suggesting to me, like, have some time for yourself. Like, not necessarily with anyone, but do the thing that's scary to do and then just wait a little bit, ride it out, you know, feel the emotion of it, feel how intense it is, let that subside a little bit and see what comes up. You know, in terms of opportunities, random exciting moments, you know, times that make you laugh again. You've got to, when you make a decision, not panic. Okay, don't panic and think I've made my bed, I've got to lie in it now. And at the same time, don't think that you've got to stay in something for the children, because you've got to be honest with yourself, haven't you, at the end of the day, and that's all you can do. All anyone's doing is what they feel is right at the time. And no one can really say anything if that's all you're doing, is just doing and going with what feels right at the time. What you feel you know to be right at the time, like, to be honest with yourself, you know, like, am I happy? Is this fulfilling? Have I given it 110% and it's still not, you know, coming right? Like, maybe the contract's expired, maybe it's not right to stay together for the kids or stay together for financial reasons. Like, I'm not deciding for you, it's your decision, isn't it? But it seems like you came to a crossroads. You decided you don't want to break up with this person, you're not going to walk away. And you've got this big, like, revelation that, like, there's going to be a huge loss, so you'd rather have the 10 of Cups. But Spirit's warning you to take time to reflect, allow some lucky, nice things to happen, and not to be too proud to go back on the thing that you've announced or the thing that you decided. It's okay to change your mind again, okay? So, quite strong help there from Spirit. Children are definitely at the focus of this. Why is the King of Wands reversed? Why is this person so angry? Why is there arguments? Why the Five of Wands? Challenges. Make a decision and work on inner healing. Perhaps you've like, messed this person about and like had a thought that you want to leave and then said, no, actually I won't. And then maybe you've kept sort of talking about walking away or, expressed doubts about being together. And this person's like absolutely fed up with that. They're fed up with it. Okay. Like they want something where the person knows what they want and it's clean again. They don't want like on off or messiness or confusion or I don't know what I want. They don't want that. It says make a decision and work on inner healing. So this person's like very, very angry and fed up. You might not have been, making those kind of changes or announcements, but they may have felt that you're in sometimes and you're out sometimes, and they're just like, I have no idea what's going to happen, and I don't like that feeling. That's how you'd feel, isn't it? If someone was like feeling really close one minute and then not the next, or they're on board for family life and then they're not. You get that vibe, whether someone says it or not. You kind of feel the difference. What advice have you got for Scorpio, please? Again, we've got a lot of advice because Spirit's sensing that there's someone out there that really needs it. Spiritual journey. Explore the deep connection within the universe on your spiritual journey. So you are going to go through an ascension because this is not an easy time. There's stuff to kind of reflect on, to work through. How do I feel? What do I want, honestly? If I wasn't going to worry about what people think, if I didn't have to worry about money, in my heart of hearts, what is it that I actually want? If I'm allowed to dream, what would my perfect situation be? Because that's your answer, okay? Never make decisions based on finance when it comes to love, okay? Emotional balance. Maintain emotional balance to preserve inner stability and harmony. So if you start getting all distressed, it's funny that the Libra major is there, but yeah, keep a level head. Do some things to calm yourself down. Only make decisions when you're, especially if you'd feel like you're not going to laugh and you feel like it's not appropriate to be laughing. But it's the same when someone passes away, you're grieving. You're grieving a marriage or a loss of like a family dynamic. It's a lot, okay? But if you watch a movie and you get some escapism, or you watch a comedian and for some reason, something gets through and you burst out laughing, that will dissolve some of the cortisol. If you're in company with others, it'll dissolve some of the stress and you'll be able to, get a bit of sleep, be able to think straight. It may take a few months, okay, to calm down, but find balance before making any decisions, okay? Because if you're scared and you're just still in the phase where you can't see yourself, even being around anyone else or being by yourself, because you're like, well, we've always been together, or we've always, been a family under one roof. That doesn't mean that that's the reason you should carry on like that. Just because that's what you've always done doesn't mean it's wrong to do something different. You will get used to new habits, new routines. The only thing that makes a routine is time, doing the same thing over and over. You will build up a new routine, but it takes time to do that. So you can't have that feeling straight away, but it does happen. You just have to be honest with yourself. Don't worry about status, don't worry about money. In an ideal world, if you didn't have to care what people think, if you didn't have to worry about the practicalities or money, what would you want in a partner? Who would you want? how would you want your life to be? Okay, because that's your answer. If you didn't have children with this person, would you still be dealing with them? Because if the only reason is that you have children, that's your answer, isn't it? It's not that you love them, you know, or you're drawn to them, or you think you've got more growth to do while you're with this person. You can't say that I'm going to be with someone for the children. You just can't. You're not being authentic. It's turning into a very long reading, this one, but it's important for somebody, okay? Language of the cosmos. Decode the cosmos's language for deeper insights and guidance. Seems like an eye, doesn't it, that? Also looks like a sun, also looks like a shield. Or I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but also looks like sperms. Like getting into the egg. Looks like conception. You've got trees as well here. There's so much in this picture. It's like roots, it's like veins, you know? What is the language of life? Why are we all here? We're very insignificant, really. You know, we're human-centered. We have ego, so we're very self-centered and everything. We think we're so important, don't we? But in the grand scheme of things, zooming out, we're a planet whizzing around. We're also turning as we're whizzing around the moon. Sorry, whizzing around the sun. We're turning, and we're in this massive universe that's infinite. So it's like we're just a speck. We're like an amoeba, you know, we don't exist really. Like, to try to take things out to the bigger picture and think life is short. I've probably got a few decades left on this planet, and have I done all the growth that I can? You know, am I going to grow any further with this person? Is it going to turn toxic if we stay together for the kids and then they kind of know it's a joke and like each other, you know, there's mistrust or like a sense of resentment? You're going to know, even if you decide to give it a go, you'll know, won't you, really fast, like in a day or two, if that's going to work or not. You'll know. Because living together once you've separated is not easy. It's almost impossible, actually. The distance just is just there, like it or not. Sacred contract. Follow your sacred contract to fulfill your soul's mission and purpose. You, as an individual entity, have got a whole ass journey to go on. You've got many lessons to learn in this life. Often with each zodiac sign, there's a major thing that we all have to work on. We have major strengths, then we have one kind of like major lesson that we're working on. Not to be a chaser, or we're working on not to be a runner, or we're working on not to be codependent and be more independent, or we're working on how to be able to be self-sufficient financially, or we're working on how to be emotionally balanced and learn to forgive and learn not to lose our temper. We're working on learning how to make ourselves vulnerable and learn to cry and face our emotions rather than burying them or running from them. There's always something that each of the signs is learning. There tends to be one major lesson, but there's probably loads of lessons and loads of growth to do. So remember that you've got a sacred contract with the universe, okay? So when we avoid change because of fear or something that's ego driven, like status or fear or worrying what socially people will say or think or do, the divine will cause a tower. If we don't make our own towers and we don't act and make our own change, if we avoid change, spirit will bring a tower moment to us. and change the landscape of our lives, bringing everything tumbling down. And what will replace it is an ivory tower that's diamond encrusted. Like it's always something better, even if the change is intimidating, even if it's unsettling, uncomfortable, makes us very anxious. It always turns out better, If something's meant to come down, it will. So just remember, okay, that your life is important, your journey, your evolution is important, but at the same time, you're insignificant in this major universe, and you're not really the one who's in the driving seat, you're in the passenger seat. We've got spiritual journey, language of the cosmos, sacred contract. Your relationship, the most important relationship that you have is with spirit. It's not with any person, okay? It's with yourself and with spirit. Emotional balance, okay? You're worried about children, but you need to reflect. You need to give the universe a chance to bring things to you in times of change that are better, okay, once the change has happened, and not to be too proud to go back on decisions that you've made, okay? So, yeah, so we've had a lot there, haven't we? I thought we did. Did we not do these mindful ones? Let's get you one of these. That was fast. Magic. There is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling my life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. You need to live your life to the fullest, create fun situations, allow yourself to laugh even when shit things are going on and massive changes going on. Find ways to laugh, find ways to lighten the mood. You might think it's not going to happen, you're never going to laugh again, you're never going to smile again, or it's not appropriate to, but it is. Because when you break up cortisol and you raise your vibrations and you laugh and you smile and you be in the company of people that you know love and care about, and you can just be yourselves with them, you get clear on what you want because you're relaxed, you're happy, you start to be hopeful, you're manifesting, okay? You say out loud what it is that you want, and spirit will bring it. Spirit will bring it. Okay? Believe in the magic of the universe. That's what you've been guided to do, okay? All right, take care, Scorpio. I think we'll leave that one there and we'll move on to Sagittarius. All I can say is I can't tell you whether to be in your marriage or not. I can't tell you whether to leave a relationship or not, or change a family dynamic or not. But I can tell you that if you were clear and then you change because if you're worried about judgment or you're afraid, then that's not the reason to go back on something, okay? You must persevere,